You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday, happy Mars Day, and happy birthday to some notable Leos, including Charlie XCX. Let's see, Kevin Smith is a Leo, Kristaps Porzingis, who is a basketball player. Crazy that I know that, only I did not grow up watching sports, but it's, what's it called, like osmosis. These names I just know because my partner's a big sports guy. Not a whole lot of Leos today. Oh, Dylan Dreyer is a Leo from the Today Show. And if you're a Leo, if you know someone who's a Leo, let us know in the comments so we can celebrate them too. So today we're going to touch on one of the major aspects that this triple conjunction between Mars, Uranus, and the North Node is making. And if you're joining me live, let me know how the energy has been feeling for you, because we talked a lot about the potentials with this triple conjunction yesterday, and it's pretty chaotic. It's a pretty chaotic conjunction, but it can open us up for a lot of opportunity. And I think opportunity will be the key to today's energy, because we're talking about Venus's connection with Mars, Uranus, and the North Node. Yes, feeling the Venus activation. I'm feeling it too, Rachel, and it's a much lighter, nicer energy, at least in my experience. So that's why I always ask, how are you feeling? I like to take the temperature, see where everybody's at. Of course, we all experience the transits differently based on our own charts, our own lives. And so just want to hold space for anyone who might still be feeling the chaos. And we're going to be experiencing this conjunction really all week. So if yesterday felt normal, don't count out that a big change is going to happen or something unexpected could shift. That could still happen today, and it could be a positive shift as well as something that's a little shocking. So we'll see. Let me know what happens this week. The sun is in Leo, of course. The moon is in Libra now. And the Libra moon today and over the next couple of days is really going to help us stay centered, remain balanced, kind of keep calm, it feels like, in this chaotic energy. It feels like Venus and the Libra moon are really helping us stay loving today. So let's pull up the chart and show you what's happening with Venus. You can see that triple conjunction still very much happening. Both Uranus and the North Node at 18 degrees. Mars is moving away. Mars is at 19 degrees, but we're still feeling that Mars activation right there, especially because Venus is connecting with all three throughout the day today. So this is something we're going to be feeling literally all day, maybe even into tomorrow. Venus, of course, is the planet of love, beauty, and money. And this is a 60-degree angle between Venus and Cancer and this triple conjunction in Taurus. Now, it's really important when we talk about Cancer and Taurus energy to talk about the body, to talk about physicality. Cancer is very much associated with our body and the emotions we hold in our body. And Taurus is all about the physical, all about the 3D. That's why yesterday when we broke down this major conjunction, it was like something physical is probably going to shift in your reality, or we could see physical changes around the world because of this triple conjunction happening in Taurus. Venus in Cancer adds an element of emotion to it and definitely has us listening and paying more attention to our bodies. So what does it mean when Venus forms a sextile? Oh, Maribel, hello everyone. Trying my best and staying strong. My father was admitted to the hospital and my mom just had a minor procedure. Overwhelmed, but remaining calm and positive. We're sending love to you, Maribel, and envisioning the best and highest outcome for your family. And today, the Venus energy will definitely be bringing the love and helping you infuse love into the situation. So thank you for sharing that, and know that you're supported here, and we're all sending love to you right now, and anyone who needs it right now. We're sending love your way. It can be a tumultuous time. There's a lot changing, there's a lot shifting, and that can bring a lot of difficulties too. So hopefully Venus brings a dose of love to your day, and that's how I see this transit playing out, especially because this is a sextile. So a sextile is a 60-degree angle. It's that dark blue line there. And when we have a sextile, it's a supportive angle. These two planets, or in this case, 3 planets and the North Node, are supporting each other. But we do have to put in a little bit of effort. We do have to play into the sextile in order to reap the full benefits from it. And I see this as leaning into love. You know, Venus being the planet of love, taking care of our bodies, nourishing our bodies. Like, love doesn't just mean like, oh, I love you, and loving other people, like loving ourselves, loving our bodies, coming back to universal love, just putting out loving energy, right? So that's really going to help navigate whatever changes, whatever shifts are happening right now. We love you too, Maribel. So I see this being a potentially very positive transit for some people. And maybe you want to look at where the midpoint of Cancer falls in your chart. That could be an indicator of what you can lean into a little bit more, how Venus is playing into this conjunction for you. If you didn't watch yesterday, we went through each of the rising signs and where this conjunction falls in your chart, where these shifts and changes are likely showing up in your life. Venus can kind of be the answer to navigating these changes. So Venus in general is just adding some love to the chaos, right? And because we have Mars and Uranus together forming a sextile to Venus, I see this as action and changes when it comes to love. So maybe this brings in a new opportunity for romance or for love for you, or it could bring in a new phase in a current relationship. So this could be a very exciting transit, potentially. Either way, love is the answer. But Venus also rules our money. So for those of you who have this conjunction in maybe the 2nd house or the 10th house or even the 8th house, Venus could be bringing some positivity to that money aspect, bringing in new money. So it could be a new financial opportunity. It could be some unexpected, $20 bill you find in the pocket of a jacket. It could be big, it could be small, but I do see this as more of a positive potential or a positive change when it comes to love, beauty, and money. And I see this as being more motivated to make those changes as well with Mars here, the planet of motivation and action. It's like we want to take actions that bring in more money, bring in more beauty, bring in more romance into our lives. We're more willing to do that, especially because we also have the North Node in the mix. So, what direction do we want to head in? What lessons have we learned? What's our purpose here? Be open to unexpected opportunities. They could come through today or in the next couple days, and you might find yourself just wanting your life to feel more beautiful and harmonious. So you can ask yourself, what changes can I make? What can I do to either be open to or create more beauty, harmony, romance, love, money in my life? The North Node just shows us that everything is unfolding to help us reach our highest and best. So yeah, I'm really hopeful looking at this transit. Venus has been here yesterday too. Venus is really Venus and the North Node are softening the blow of this wild little conjunction here. I really feel like they're kind of little messages from the universe, like, it's okay, just lean into love. This is all happening for the best possible reason, even if we can't see it right now. And remember, we'll talk about this as it becomes more exact, but this triple conjunction is also squaring Saturn. So as Saturn is retrograde in the next couple weeks, we'll start to see this really square off, and a lot of lessons we're learning from these changes. And, it could be these pivotal shifts that are just being sparked now that really come to fruition, or we fully understand the lesson, or there's a full breakdown of whatever's cracking now in a couple weeks. That's not to be scared. I'm not saying that like, okay, this is just the beginning, but it's just a reminder that we don't know why things happen the way they do. We don't know how everything's going to play out. That's kind of the beauty of the human experience, right? We're just along for the ride, and the ride feels a little bumpy and chaotic right now, but there's also a lot of beauty along the way, especially if we stop to smell the roses. And the Mars-Uranus conjunction can make us want to do things quickly, reach for excitement, but Venus and Cancer is like, whoa, slow down. Just look for the beauty along the way. Enjoy the journey, right? Nothing in Cancer, but it rules my 11th house. Same here. So leaning into your community, right? The love of your community. You're here, you have this community, and Venus is in Libra at 2 degrees in the 2nd house. So not making any major connections to it is squaring your Venus, but not in a really harsh, intense way, because it's not an exact square. So I see this as just leaning into the love of your community, Rachel, leaning into your people, and trusting that everything's unfolding as it's supposed to. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so happy to see you here, but I feel like I resonate with life has been crazy. Mine too. I'm just like going live when I can, just constantly going. That's kind of how this Mars-Uranus conjunction has been feeling as well. Just leading up to it, it's like, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of changes happening, and it's all happening at once, and it's really crazy, and there's a lot of shifts. Venus is like, just enjoy it, okay? Just find some love when you can and appreciate the small moments. Again, nourish your body. Can't say that enough. Venus in Cancer wants you to take care of your body, give your body love, find those moments that make you feel loved emotionally as well. But Venus is really here to remind us that there's love in it all, even the crazy, even the unexpected, even what seems like it's falling apart. Even if that love is just love of the universe having a bigger plan that we can't understand right now, coming back to love is going to be very important. I am so excited for Venus and Leo. I really want to get a haircut, and I've been like looking at when Venus is going to be on my Venus return, when Venus is crossing over my ascendant. I'm like trying to work with Venus. I've never done that before. And I used to be like, oh yeah, okay, I'm not going to like plan a haircut or plan something around the planets. And then here we are. I'm like, we need to have the optimal date. But I'm really excited for Venus and Leo too. I'm biased. I have Venus and Leo, but Venus in Cancer has been really sweet and emotional, and it's been very nurturing. But Venus and Leo, we're all going to be like back out there, like, let me show you how much I love you, Oh my gosh, on the same wavelength. We both are thinking about hair appointments. That's funny. Let's talk about what's going on with the moon today. So we have a waxing crescent moon in Libra. I don't know if you were able to see the moon last night, but here in Sacramento, it was beautiful. It was just like the perfect little crescent moon. It was so beautiful last night. The moon in Libra, as we talked about at the beginning of this episode, is really helping us stay balanced, stay harmonious, kind of stay even-keeled amid the chaos. Libra is ruled by Venus, so it's adding an extra little dose of that Venusian energy into the mix today. And I really feel like the Libra moon is helping us stay neutral in a way. It's kind of like, don't get carried away this way, don't get carried away that way. Just kind of be able to see all the possibilities, be able to see lots of different perspectives, and stay in your own lane, in your own center. When the moon's in Libra, we can process our emotions best by relating to other people. So it might not even be like you having to have the conversation with someone else, but just being around people you love can bring through some deeper realizations, or even just help you process your emotions without being so in your head about it. Just leaning into love, as we've been saying, being around the people we love can just help us feel better. when the moon is in Libra. And if you are feeling like you need to process what's going on, it can be helpful to bounce your emotions off someone else under the Libra moon, see their perspective, see the situation through their eyes, because that could bring a whole new realization to you. I really love the Libra energy right now. It's just helping us stay even, stay centered. Maybe also because Mars and Uranus are very jumpy and want to like do it and make the change, the indecisive quality that comes with the Libra moon actually might benefit us. Like, ooh, do I really want to do that? Like kind of second guessing ourselves, but that might not be the worst thing under this Mars-Uranus conjunction, just having that moment to be like, is this what I really want? Is this aligned with my values? Is this loving? Is this going to benefit me? I kind of like the Libra moon making us a little indecisive right now. Ooh, I was planning to cut my hair, but on a full moon. I haven't looked into like the phases of the moon for cutting your hair. I know there's a lot out there about it, and maybe we should look into it. In fact, I was looking into cutting my hair and finding all these like spiritual hair people, right? And I'm like, maybe we should do an episode of The Spiritual Journalist on like beauty aligning with spirituality. We've done it with skincare and beauty, but could be interesting because your hair is like a whole other spiritual. There's a lot of spiritual beliefs that involve hair. A lot of cultures don't cut their hair because your hair represents your wisdom, or a lot of like indigenous people would only cut their hair at pivotal times when they wanted to release. So it makes sense actually on a full moon to cut your hair to like release old energy because your hair holds a lot of energy. And I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I'm ready for we're still growing it out, everybody. I know you're like, why am I listening to you talk about your hair? Anyway, yeah, just a trim. I'm right there with you. Perfect, Katie. You have counseling today. Perfect for the Libra moon too, bouncing your emotions off of someone else, getting their perspective. It's a very safe, loving environment to do that in, right? Your counselor is not going to project their emotions into it. It's just a nice, neutral, balanced person. Ooh, I love that for you. Okay, what's happening with the moon today? This afternoon, right around 1 p.m. Pacific time, the moon opposes Jupiter. Anytime we have a Jupiter transit, there's a positive potential. We feel good. We want to do more. Jupiter expands everything. When there's an opposition to Jupiter, we can go overboard. So, it's nice that we have a Libra moon helping us stay balanced, but Jupiter midday, it could be like, let's do it all. We could kind of overextend ourselves, be overly giving, just be a little much. Especially with all this crazy energy, just really watch yourself midday. Like if you find yourself, the Libra moon can make us more of a people pleaser too. So watch if you feel like you're overextending yourself, or check in with yourself too. Like if someone asks you to do something, take a moment before immediately saying yes. Just ask like, do I really want to? And if you feel like a no, it's okay to say no. The Jupiter in Aries, it very much wants us to just be like, yes, do it. We're saying yes to everything. We're helping everybody. We're just jumping into things. So when the moon opposes Jupiter this afternoon, slow your roll. Make sure you're not overextending yourself. Don't overdo it. There's also an addictive quality, an addictive tendency to the Libra moon opposing Jupiter. Jupiter just like really wants to tip the scales of the Libra moon. So just watch for that. But you might be feeling really positive as well. And like you get this burst of energy, which gives you the motivation to want to do all the things. Just maybe think about your future self, like really think of your emotions as the Libra scales. How can I stay centered? How can I make sure that I am loving myself? Not just giving all my energy away to other people. The moon opposing Jupiter it's like very Oprah energy, like you get my love, you get my love, you get my love. But am I saving any for myself? Am I saving any energy for myself? I'm saying this and I have like the most packed, busy day of my life. And I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm going to have that moment this afternoon where I'm like, I overdid it. But helpful to know that we need to, even if it's just taking those little breaks, stopping along the way to smell the flowers, to fill up our own cup just a little bit, that can help when the moon is opposing Jupiter. The next connection the moon makes is around 4 p.m. Pacific time, and the moon forms a sextile to the sun. So the Libra moon forming that nice supportive angle to the Leo sun at 10 degrees. When the moon forms a sextile to the sun, we're feeling confident, we have more energy. So we do have a lot of energy today. Like, there's a lot of motivation and potential to do things, to put ourselves out there. The moon and the sun connecting like this, you know, we talked about the potential of new relationships coming in with Venus forming a sextile to this conjunction, these changes happening, and the planet of love playing into the changes. I see the moon and sun connecting as giving us the confidence to connect to other people, to put ourselves out there. So that could be another positive moment this evening. If you have plans, you'll just be feeling yourself a little bit more. You'll be able to more easily express your true emotions. I see this as kind of opening us up to new connections and new ways of expressing ourselves. We'll feel like being in social situations. The Leo sun makes us want to be more outgoing and expressive. The Libra moon loves communication and social environments. So if you don't already have plans, but you're feeling kind of the urge to be around other people this afternoon, even if you're single, like, just go to a restaurant and sit at the bar. If you're looking to make connections, today would be a great day to just put yourself out there and see what happens. Of course, we can't predict, but I don't know. If you're looking for love, it might just be a matter of putting yourself out into the world and seeing what connections you call in, especially this evening, as you'll probably be feeling yourself a little bit more, feeling a little more beautiful, feeling a little more confident. And with the moon forming a sextile to the sun in these very heart-centered signs, the Leo sun rules the heart, the Libra moon being ruled by Venus, we can really be tuned into our heart and our capacity for love as the moon and sun connect in this way. The final connection the moon makes is at 8 p.m. and it's a square to Lilith, okay? So not a major aspect, but I feel the need to talk about this. This will be at 12 degrees when the Libra moon squares Lilith. Watch out for being passive aggressive. One of the shadow sides of Libra energy is being passive aggressive because they aren't direct. So they if Libra energy feels like it's not being heard, it kind of pokes a little or makes a little comment, not directly, but it's still kind of aggressive. You know what I mean? Passive aggressive comments when the moon squares Lilith, or even passive aggressive actions, can come across as really bitchy. So just watch your words, watch how you're expressing your emotions late tonight. Now, I will say the image that just came into my head is you're out, you're sitting at a bar, maybe you go on a date night with your partner, you're doing things differently, you're feeling yourself this evening, leaning into love, and then you come back home and the moon is squaring Lilith and that sexual energy is eruptive. That's another very positive potential of this transit. So just saying, Lilith is here to empower us sexually, to remind us of our sovereignty, of our creative, feminine energy. So when the moon is squaring Lilith, it can definitely make us bitchier. I see that you could be in kind of dominatrix mode tonight, but that might work in your favor. I don't know. To each their own, right? Not me reporting these comments as you're talking about passive aggressiveness, right? And as I'm talking about Lilith, little sexual energy, it's I don't know, naked, HD, XYZ, whatever. The engagement is helpful, not the comments, but I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. This is very Mars, Uranus, Venus, all these random emojis and stuff, whatever. But yeah, that's a great way of channeling your aggression too, just in a way that's oh, this is pissing me off. I'm just going to do something to make myself feel better, right? Not hurting anybody, just please get out of here. We don't appreciate this. They're definitely feeling the Venus vibes, right? They're feeling all the vibes looking at these comments. So random. I'm assuming it's a bot, but not my circus. I guess it is kind of my circus, but what's that phrase? Not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't want these monkeys. No, thank you. Okay. So those are all the connections the planets are making today. There's really an energy of love and confidence and leaning into it, taking those moments to feel good in our own bodies, to feel good in our own ability to express love. Today's affirmation, I am open to new relationships. And before you're like, okay, well, I'm already in a relationship, this doesn't apply to me. When I was writing this, or when this came through, I'm not just saying relationships like I'm open to a new loving relationship, but I'm open to a new relationship with money. I'm open to a new relationship with myself. I'm open to new relationships with other people. I'm open to a new version of my current relationship, right? I'm open to changes in my relationship that refresh it and renew it. So staying open really this whole week during the Mars-Uranus conjunction and North Node, of course, staying open, staying grounded, staying centered during all of these changes can really, I really think staying centered can help us be open in a lot of ways, right? Because we're not projecting like this is what I want to happen or these are my emotions right now. Just kind of trying to stay even keeled and grounded can make us more receptive when these new opportunities or changes or shifts do arise. Because we're just like, okay, we're going with the flow. We're open to whatever love, whatever form of love the universe is sending our way. They have not let up with these comments. Just random emojis. Whatever. Okay, let's do our tarot pull. We're going to pull from the Rose Oracle today because this just screams stop and smell the roses, the Venus energy, the Libra moon. Yes, please. You know the drill. As I'm shuffling, this is your time to ask any final questions, express any final thoughts, give us any tidbits of wisdom that you have to share today. A lot has been happening that's been putting into my awareness of a job career change, waiting for more clarity though, and just staying open and receptive, right, Rachel? Like, we can try to see the future and be like, this is what I want to happen exactly, but a lot of the time we just really have no idea. And especially right now, it's kind of like expect the unexpected or just don't have any expectations at all. Just be open to whatever twists and turns life is going to take you on next. All right. The energy is feeling better today. The energy is feeling lighter and just not quite as nerve-wracking and anxious, I think. The Virgo moon yesterday, the Virgo moon can definitely make us a little anxious, right? Mercury is moving into Virgo tomorrow, so we'll be talking all about that tomorrow. Yes, Jackie. Oh, there's our card. Totally Uranus energy with the disruptions in the comments. That's a perfect way to put it. Like, you're just being disruptive at this point. If that's what you need to do, whatever. You're not hurting anybody, but we don't need your emojis. No, thank you. Okay. Ooh, this card came out of the deck, and we've actually pulled this before a few weeks ago. Morning Dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Very in line with what we've been saying. Clarity is coming, and what did I say? Stay open to new relationships, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Jupiter is really helping us lean into the positivity today. And clarity can come, I think, just from staying grounded, staying even keeled, right? Okay, here's what it says. Morning Dew. There's a special moment when the day is new and the sun's still young, when we too are given the opportunity to begin again. The presence of the morning dew welcomes us with the grace of a fresh start, and as the moisture gathers on the rose, it invites us to see things clearly, sometimes in a whole new way than we did the previous day. A new perspective is suddenly here. Healers from all corners of the earth believe in the incredible healing quality of the morning dew. They believe that it possesses the same healing properties as the plants themselves, with the dew capturing their essence and clear potency. Practices like walking barefoot on the morning dew, drinking from the petals of flowers, and placing dew on the body are thought to bring about powerful shifts and healing. If we're lucky enough to meet the morning in this way, we too may be blessed by the special healing liquid that carries the secret essence of both the earth and the entire universe within it, the morning dew. This card brings the message that clarity is on its way. Ooh, I love that this came after after Rachel just said, I'm waiting for clarity. This card brings the message that clarity is on its way. A new start and a change of perspective are possible. Shifts are coming. The future is looking renewed, hopeful, positive, and bright. Keep focusing on your ideal outcome and trust in the presence of the potent morning dew. So perfect. And it actually comes with a transmission. So this is a mantra, if this is really resonating with you, that you can use today. I'm open to receiving the potent clarity and shifts of the morning dew. I'm open to seeing this situation with new eyes. I'm open to seeing this situation with new eyes. And as we've been talking so much about Venus and the Libra moon today, allowing us to see new perspectives, I do feel like all these changes that are happening, we can see them with more loving eyes today. I almost get that visual of like a warm pink glow around all the changes happening. Like, it's all good. It's okay. Almost the morning dew encompassing all these changes, this new beginning that is opening up for us. And yes, Brie, from yesterday, perspective is key, and Venus can help us today have a more loving perspective of all these shifts and changes that have been happening for us. My mind is blown away right now. This card is why I did today with it. I missed your first comment. I spent my early morning on my lawn and remembered this card from before, and I actually rubbed the morning dew on my arms and legs, and this card is why you did it. I even rolled in it. Amazing. I love that. I know we've gotten this. I think we might have gotten this a couple times, actually, this card. It just keeps, it's like the rebirth card to me, just that fresh perspective, the morning dew. And we also talked a little bit yesterday about Lunasa. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But the harvest in pagan culture, when they, harvested the fields and appreciated all the abundance. But in a way, it kind of ties in with that too, of creating fresh ground, creating a fresh perspective, a change, being positive. Sometimes we're clearing things away like the harvest in order to create space for something new and something positive, something new to grow, or just to appreciate what we already have in front of us and use it in a different way, see it in a new perspective. Yes, more clarity and acceptance. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful way to end our show today with the morning dew, reminding us that all these changes are also new beginnings in a lot of ways, even if we can't quite understand what they're the beginning of yet. So, so beautiful. All right, everyone. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Transits today. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be talking about Mercury moving into Virgo. What does that mean for us? Mercury likes to be in Virgo. And I love also, I have to say, that multiple of you were asking for more clarity. If there is a transit that screams clarity, it's Mercury and Virgo. Like, Mercury and Virgo is like, I see things, I see the details, I see it clearly, I understand it clearly, I analyze it, right? So we'll go into that more tomorrow. But for those of you calling in more clarity, I definitely see it coming for you with Mercury and Virgo. Mercury and Leo's been more like, la la la, I just want to express myself and I want to get it out. Mercury and Virgo is more like taking it in again, right? And this afternoon, actually in about a half hour from now, if you're joining me live, we will be going live again for a new episode of The Spiritual Journalist with my dear friend, Brett Blackburn of Inspired Light. She is a medium, a psychic, and she just launched a new course called Inspired Intuition. So we're going to be talking about our intuition. It's something that we say all the time here on Transits Today. I'm sure if you are dabbling in spirituality, you hear it all the time. Trust your intuition. Okay, but how do you do that? What does that mean? What does it mean to trust your intuition? So Brett's going to break it down for us and actually give us some practical tools to help us tap into our intuition, share some practices that helped her, share her own story of why she knew she wanted to be an intuitive as her career, why she knew she had this ability to help other people, to help heal other people, and where she channels information from. She is someone who believes that all of us are divine channels. All of us can tap into our own form of mediumship, our own clair abilities. So we're going to talk about all of that. It's going to be a really great conversation, and she has such a beautiful energy. So I can't wait for you to meet Brett. We'll be going live at 11:11 a.m. here in the Pacific time zone, or if you can't make it live, you can find the conversation later on my YouTube channel or on Apple and Spotify podcasts. So it's going to be a really fun episode, and you can also bring your questions for Brett about how do you tap into your intuition, or, any struggles you have getting to that place, because I'm right there with you. I'm not a psychic by any means. So it's going to be a fun conversation. And last little bit of housekeeping here. If you haven't already heard, I'm doing a giveaway for a free astrology reading. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel here. We have about, 85 more subscribers. We need to hit that 1,000 mark we've been working towards for several months now. So once we hit 1,000, I will do a giveaway live on the show. And all you have to do is post about transits today on social media. Tag me so I can see it. And everybody who posts between now and 1,000 subscribers will be entered to win a free reading. You can already be subscribed, or if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free to you, and getting to 1,000 subscribers allows us to finally monetize this channel and keep these videos coming to you for free every single day. All right, that's enough housekeeping from me. Thank you for being here, Maribel. One last moment to just send some love and light your way, and know that you're loved even in the midst of these challenging moments. That goes for everybody watching. We love you. I'm so grateful you showed up here for yourself today. I'm so grateful you found our community. We're here for you, and we'll be back right here this afternoon and again tomorrow morning. So until I see you next, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.